So I deleted my last video titled My Truth because turns out I had some things wrong from my memory, and there was a lot of things I said wrong and did wrong in that video because I acted out of emotion and impulse and frustration that my name was even mentioned in it. And I said I didn't want to discredit the victim, but by discrediting the reporter and my small minuscule part in the story, I did just that. I discredited the entire story that this girl worked up the courage to tell, and I feel horrible about it, and I just want to apologize. I truly believe Hannah's story. I respect her for coming forward and telling it. It takes a lot, and to have somebody like me come on and just focus on myself and my part of the story and saying that it was a lie just because I was selfish and I didn't want to be mentioned in this act at all. Imagine if something like being assaulted and then nothing happens to that person, but they keep growing and keep getting more successful and keep making the same jokes. I had to take some time to think about all this. In David's video, he said that he got the text 3 months after the incident happened. I wasn't filled in on this for whatever reasons. I don't know if it was because he thought I would attack Dom, or maybe he didn't want to tell anyone to protect his squeaky clean brand at the time. I don't know. There's no excuse for it. It's just not something you hide, and I wasn't told, and I was in the video, and I was acting in bits, and I stand by that. I was looking in a room, and I didn't witness anything, but something horrible did happen, and people knew about it, and they didn't tell me. And I didn't find out until the reporter reached out with this article. Because the state of mind I'm in, I acted off impulse and anger that my name was even a part of it. And I apologize for that. I don't even have the courage to tell you guys what happened to me. So for me to discredit this girl for coming forward and talking about a traumatic thing that happened to her, and it had to be extremely hard to come forward and say it. And I'm supposed to be this tough guy, and I can't even tell you what happened to me because I'm scared of the criticism I would get in return. I don't know if I would be able to deal with it. There's no contracts, there's no NDAs, there's no lawsuits. I just don't know if I could take it because I know how I got hurt was stupid, and I'm embarrassed of it. And I've been acting irrational lately. I've undergone various surgeries on my eye and my head, and I had brain trauma. I've been on meds, and that's why I stutter, and that's why there'll probably be some cuts in this video. But fuck it, I'm going to try my best to be completely transparent and vulnerable and honest, and I'll probably fuck up on a couple of things, but when they asked me about the article, I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to speak about my health and my vision, my fucking eye I'm embarrassed of, and I see like a camera that's out of focus. I see complete blur out of my left eye, and it fucks up both my vision, so it's difficult for me to read. And I had the article read to me, and that's still no excuse. I could have had it read to me 30 times and got every detail right, but I let my emotions get the best of me because of just me being selfish, and that's it. I tried to blindly defend my friends when, truthfully, if something like this happens, you need to speak about it. You need to tell people. You need to take action because you can't cover shit like this up. This girl spoke up and told her story 3 months after it happened. And then everybody continued to keep making these jokes, and including myself. If I was the victim and I continued to watch these videos and see that I was still associating with Dom, and I made a joke with Dom that they separate the sexual... I literally said something based off a character that I thought that we all had an understanding of, that this was just a character, when he was a known abuser. And I had jokes come out after the situation and after people knew about that, and that doesn't sit right with me. So obviously there's a respect level here that's off, and I don't stand for that. I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to be accountable for myself, and that's it. Obviously, I need to take some time to heal and get my shit together. I'll do just that. I'll work on myself, and I'm going to try to grow from this experience. If this video gets torn apart and it's my last video and it gets 1 million dislikes and I get fucking ripped apart again, but it got at least one person to speak up and one person to get help or call and just talk, just get your story out there. If you know somebody that's assaulted someone, even if they're your best friend or your own fucking family member, you need to speak about it. This story's getting a lot of attention all over YouTube and articles being published, and it's become a form of almost entertainment for people because of everyone that's involved, and it's not entertainment at all. This is a girl's life, and it's a thing she'll have to live with for the rest of her life. And if you're making money on it, I understand businesses need to keep their lights on and people need to make money, and that's how the world works, but just try to help. Just do anything you can to help. I feel like you should. I suggest you should. I don't give a fuck what anybody else does. I can't be accountable for anybody but myself. I chose to donate to RAIN. RAIN is a charity for SA victims. It's a hotline as well. If you want to call them and talk, you can do it for free. And this is an ongoing situation that needs to be talked about. You cannot keep things like this a secret. And if you know anybody, just call and talk. If you've been assaulted, call and talk. I appreciate, everybody educating me more on this situation because, that's what life's about. That's all we can really do is learn and grow from these situations and try to help other people.